My dear NetSet aspirants, my dear brothers and sisters, I heartily welcome all of you. Today in this session, I am going to talk on a special subject. Net exam and set exam, paper number 2, English literature. This topic is related to English literature. Today I read yesterday's newspaper and today's newspaper. Then I came to know that the contemporary famous English writer, the contemporary famous English short story writer from Canada, Alice Munro passed away. Alice Munro was died on 13th May 2024. So in this spirit, I am specially giving a special tribute to this great writer. Alice Anna Munro was born on 10th July 1931 in Wingham, city of Ontario, state of Canada. Alice Munro died on 13th May 2024 at the age of 92. Alice Munro was known as architecture of short story writer. She was a very well-known short story writer. She has contributed a lot in the genre of short story. Dear students, there will be one question on Alice Munro in coming net exam. Alice Munro got a special 2 award. In 2009, she received Man Booker International Prize. Man Booker International Prize in 2009. She was the winner of Man Booker International Prize in 2009. In 2013, she received Nobel Prize. She received Nobel Prize for literature. She contributed her lifetime achievement, her lifetime contribution to English literature. Though she was belonging to Canadian country, she has contributed her thoughts to English literature. It means she has written many more short stories in English literature. When we read her life story, it was completely different. Alice Munro's father was a fox farmer. Alice Munro's father was a fox farmer in Canada, and Alice Munro's mother was a school teacher. This young girl, when she entered in the University of Ontario, she got a scholarship and she started writing short stories. The first time she wrote one short story, the dimension of a shadow in 1950. While she was working as a library clerk in the university. Even she worked as a sweeper, tobacco picker, and she also worked as waitress in the Ontario University. When she was doing the duty in the university, at the time she fell in love with one student, James Munro, and she married with a student called James Munro. Unfortunately, the marriage was broken, and James Munro had given divorce on 1971 to this girl. And Munro again she married, Alice Munro again she married to another person. In her lifetime she married 2 times. This was the tragedy of her life. But she has forgotten everything, and she has increasing her creativity power. Her style of writing was, her style of short story writing style was like Russia's Anton Chekhov. She following the ideas, style of Anton Chekhov. Everyone was calling, oh, she is the follower Anton Chekhov. When we saw her different works, all her short stories are set in the special place called Huron County, southwestern Ontario in Canada. She picked up one special place, regional place, Huron County, and all her short stories was developed in that particular place. She set the special place in all her short stories. Especially she was focusing on short stories only. She was known as the master of contemporary short story writer. She was the master of contemporary short story writer. Alice Munro, when we saw her surname was different. Alice Anna Laidlaw. Alice Anna Laidlaw. When we saw her different works, many more short stories she has written, but the well-known stories are here are there. The most famous work of Alice Munro was The Beggar's Maid. It was a love story between Fleo. It was the love story of 2 persons, a beggar girl with a rich person. The Beggar Maid. The title of this story is Who Do You Think? Who do you think you are? Please remember this story, because the question is going to ask on this point only. Who do you think you are? This is the full title of The Beggar's Maid. We call this story as a Beggar's Maid. In 1980, again this short story got Booker Prize in 1980. Here are some short stories of Alice Munro. Dance of the Happy Shadows, Dance of the Happy Shades, 1968. Lives of Girls and Women, 1971. The Love of Good Woman, The Bear Came Over the Mountain, The Run Away in 2004. Too Much Happiness is a short story written in 2009. If possible, please read this. Too Much Happiness. And The Moons of Jupiter in 1982. The Progress of Love, The View from Castle Rock. So friends, these are the short stories written by Alice Munro, but the well known is The Beggar's Maid, and its full title is Do You Think Who You Are? Do you think you are? So in this way, and especially she was known as the architecture of short stories. She has contributed everything for short stories. Thus she faced, and we the literary people are calling her as a Canadian Gothic writer. Gothic means everywhere darkness, But in that darkness, she has shown her quality. She has focused on short story only. That is why the Nobel Prize was given to her. She was the first Canadian woman to receive the Nobel Prize for literature, and Alice Munro was the 13th woman to receive the Nobel Prize for literature in the world. So anyhow, this great writer passed away on recently, 2 days back, on 13th May 2024. I am giving my tribute by using a polite words on her literary work. Ma'am, thank you so, ma'am, you have given a tremendous knowledge to the entire world. Though we are Indians, we salute for your writing skill, we salute for your story, we salute for your way of showing your narration style. Thank you so much, ma'am. Take a rest in heaven. Namaskar.